Okay, well, getting ready to go to the Flying Tigers field about 155 kilometers north of here, and I'm just getting all my gear ready. The drive is 90% interstate, but it will still be beautiful. Okay, I'm at the Kunming rest area, and I've come quite a ways. I've got 76 kilometers left, so I'm about halfway. Nice to get off the bike for a second, and it's a little windy and a lot more traffic than the last trip down to the mountain. But everything's good. So I put the slime in my tires, and I can't tell any difference at all, so that's good. And there is something to be said about riding on the interstate, or the Gonglu, and that is you get there quick. And we're tooling right along, right under 100. I'm still getting comfortable at speed. Especially, I'm just not experienced as a on-road motorcycle driver. I see 100 and I go panic, and I'm really only going 62 miles an hour. I wish I could switch my screen to miles per hour. That's what I did in New Zealand, and it really helped me. Going 62 doesn't seem fast. Going 100 seems fast. Why is that? Psychology. Okay, going into a tunnel. I don't know if I did any tunnels on my last video, but this is a shorter one. Okay. So we're doing great. See, I'm looking for a 7th gear. Wound tighter than... I have really done quite a bit with the Flying Tigers, meaning the old airport in Kunming was the Flying Tiger Airport, the one they used during World War II. And there is a restaurant downtown, that was a Flying Tigers museum. And then, so there's a lot of Flying Tiger memorabilia and history in Kunming. But this one is new to me and new to my friends that are historical buffs that look into these things. Years ago, I had to go to Beijing, and when I was at the Kunming airport, it was the 70th anniversary of World War II, like the winning of it or something. And the Chinese government flew the remaining Flying Tigers back to Kunming, back to China, back to Beijing, and I was on the plane with them. And because I'm older, they mistook me for a Flying Tiger, and they boarded me with them, and my seat just happened to be with them. And so I got to talk to these amazing men who, some of them were in wheelchairs and very, very old and infirmed, but some of them were like 16 and 17 years old. I sat next to a guy who was a mechanic. When he was here, he was like 17. Just a lovely guy. Fun to hear his stories. And so that was a really cool experience. We're getting off this sucker. How cool is that? So this has mostly been Gonglu, mostly the interstate. Okay, running another toll booth without a lot of drama. No drama. Very beautiful. Okay. 881 meters. And so something to the left looks like an airstrip to me. I will tell you a brief history of the Flying Tigers and their legendary leader, Claire L. Chennault, who in April 1937 retired as a captain in the United States Army Air Corps and accepted an offer from Madame Chiang Kai-shek for a 3-month mission to China to make a confidential survey of the Chinese Air Force. China and Japan were on the verge of war, and the fledgling Chinese Air Force was beset by internal problems. This was the beginning of Chennault's stay in China, which lasted until 1945 at the close of World War II. Chennault's combat experience then and knowledge gained of Japanese tactics between 1937 and 1941 were pivotal, and from these experiences he developed revolutionary combat tactics that would utterly defeat the Japanese Air Force in confrontation after confrontation. Chennault's extreme effectiveness was built on 3 foundations. First, excellent relationships with Chinese of every level, leaders to cooks. Second, was clusters of strategically located airfields spread throughout China. And third, an early warning air raid system that alerted the Tigers in time to be airborne and strategically situated before the Japanese planes could arrive. And Yunnan was the most effective of all China in alerting the Tigers. Their statistics tell the story. As many as 352 enemy planes were destroyed by the Tigers, with just 12 P-40s lost and 4 pilots killed in combat. The group had beaten the Japanese Air Force in 50 battles without a single defeat. Their record is unparalleled by anyone ever.